Well. The Democrats in the last couple weeks have certainly stand for the American people and certainly have supported us 100%. Are you serious? It's exactly the opposite. They have supported everybody but the actual American citizens of this country. And you can tell in their certain debates and certain lies that they've been telling recently that they are really trying to put these illegals first. And what is so wrong with actually standing for your actual citizens in your own country? Here we got this video. I'm going to do this video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already known it, where all Democrats say that their health care plan would help cover undocumented immigrants. And you can watch it.
A lot of you have been talking tonight about these government health care plans that you've proposed in one form or another. This is a show of hands question, and hold them up for a moment so people can see. Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
That is sad. Look at all those hands. Every single one of them were up. And the people who were cheering for that, wow, just sad. You guys can pay for the illegal immigrants' health care. I can barely afford my own, let alone paying for somebody who's not even a citizen in this country. We have homeless veterans and we have actual homeless citizens who should be getting the help that they deserve. And instead, these Democrats, all of them, every single one of these disgraceful, un-American, ungrateful Democrats raised their hand to support illegal immigrants. This is extremely sad. And not only sad, it's actually quite a threat to actual Americans. If one of these loony nutcases get into our country, if they get elected in 2020, our country is ruined. You know why? The first reason why is if this does happen, where the health care would cover undocumented immigrants, we are going to have every single person we can imagine from any country that can get over to America in any way. We're going to have them sneaking into our country, and they'll be like, well, they got over here. I guess we have to give them health care. What? This is ridiculous. I don't care if you're not legal and you're not a citizen in this country, you don't belong here first off. Second off, I'm not going to be paying for your health care. We have so many Americans that deserve this way more than you. Veterans should be putting top priority. Are they? Not according to Democrats. They're putting below illegal immigrants. We have veterans that are committing suicide 22 a day. This is horrible. We should be doing research and we should be doing investigations on why this is happening instead of worrying about illegal immigrants who half of them are so ungrateful and demand stuff as soon as they step their foot into the soil that we give them certain things and we give them that and we give them this. I want people who actually fought for our country, who was willing to sacrifice their lives to defend our country. I want them taken care of first, not these illegal immigrants. So this just makes me mad. I mean, every single one of those hands were up, and that just makes me more excited and more willing to vote for Trump, because he is not like that. He stands for his American people. He stands for his country first. Then if we have room, then we might talk about immigrants, and he wants to talk about legal immigrants, not immigrants who are sneaking over here, breaking the law to get in here. These Democrats are pampering and rewarding people who are breaking the law. And this is a huge disgrace to actual legal immigrants who took the time, took the money, and actually went through the whole process to get in here legally. It's like a huge slap in the face to legal immigrants. This is horrible. Okay, so we have that, and now we have these three nutcases who decided to go ahead and speak Spanish at the Democrat debate. I don't know about anybody else. I might know a little bit of Spanish because of high school, but I speak English. You know why? Because I'm an American and I'm living in America. These guys were doing nothing except pandering for votes. They thought they were going to impress the Latinos and the Mexicans and whoever speaks Spanish. But the sad thing is, I didn't even understand anything that they were. Not really. I could tell a little bit of Beto, what he said, but anyways, go ahead and listen to it.
Cada persona en el éxito de esta economía. Pero si queremos hacer eso, necesitamos incluir cada persona en nuestra democracia. Cada votar...
Look look at the cluelessness on Elizabeth Warren's face. She's like, what in the world are you talking about? And I don't blame her. I don't know what he's talking about. They were simply trying to get attention, and this guy, the Corey guy, he's a nutcase too. In fact, when he spoke Spanish, I know enough Spanish to know that he slaughtered half the words. I mean, he doesn't know his Spanish worth anything, but he was trying to impress, like, oh, well, Beto spoke, so I should do it. And same with the other guy. And I just love the cluelessness in Elizabeth Warren's face. She's like, what in the world are you saying? And most people in the crowd are not going to know what they're saying, because a lot of us don't speak Spanish. You know why? Because we're in America. We speak English. So speak English when you're trying to become a Democrat president. We don't want you if you can't.
Cada
So,
votante
I just love how clueless
necesitamos
she is.
la representación y cada voz necesitamos escuchar.
La situación ahora es inaceptable.
And oh my god, I mean, he just slaughtered. But anyways, he was another guy just trying to get his votes and trying to appeal to those that speak Spanish. I'm more impressed with people who are willing to stand for their country, willing to stand for the American citizens of this country. I'm willing to support those that do that, and I don't get that from any of the Democrats.
Este presidente ha atacado, ha demonizado los inmigrantes. Es inaceptable. Voy a
I mean, I'm embarrassed for him. This guy is ridiculous.
cambiar este.
Congresista O'Rourke, ¿qué haría usted en el primer día si usted es presidente sobre
Okay, so they're all, even the guy who was asking questions, he decided to be some loony nutcase and speak Spanish, asking a Spanish question to Beto. And the funny thing is, they did a translation of what he said. He didn't even answer the question what the guy asked him at all. He completely avoided it, and people who don't speak Spanish are not going to know any different. So it's like, I felt like these three guys were trying to run for Mexican president. I mean, that's how I felt. It didn't feel like they were running for America at all.
esta realidad que está ocurriendo? What would you do, Congressman, day one
Day one, and I saw the translation. It had nothing to do with it at all.
at the White House?
Vamos a
And nobody knew any different because he's speaking Spanish, and most people don't know it.
tratar cada
Just doing it for
persona.
attention. And then
Me llamo Julián
this guy
Castro
too. I
y
mean,
estoy postulando por
I'm just so disgusted with the left and their so un-American ways. They're so willing to put everybody except actual Americans. We need to put Americans first again. I mean, why is that such a crime when we're actually living in America? And then you have AOC, Alexander Cortez, trying to make up lies about how the conditions were at the border facilities. I mean, it was hugely lied about. And actual Hispanic pastors took a tour of the place, and they found out what she was saying was completely wrong. In fact, they said they were shocked by the misinformation. She lied to the people. And the sad thing is, her supporters, Alexander's supporters, are so brainwashed and so senile that they fall for anything, that any garbage and any lies and any made-up stuff that Alexander comes up with, they fall for it immediately. Oh, they praise her up and down. It's like, what? This lady is a freak show. She is so flaky. She doesn't even know half of the things that she's even saying. And okay, here's something right here. It said, we found no soiled diapers, no deplorable conditions, and no lack of basic necessities. And that's what she was trying to lie and say about. And I love how it said right here, the pastors left encouraged by the commitment and dedication of the American Border Patrol and immigration officers, many of whom which are Latinos, by the way. I mean, Latinos are not going to be treating their own people wrong. And neither are we Americans. That's just a lie that came from the left because they're trying to use the race card in any way. And it said that they said, we care about these kids and have compassion for our calling. They're trying to do their job. They're taking care of the kids. The sad thing is, stop blaming the Border Patrol and people who are in the immigration officers. Start blaming the parents that tried to use their kids as pawns, whom a lot of them, that wasn't even their kid. They just used the kid. They grabbed any kid that they could and to try to get their pass into this country. I mean, people need to stop using kids as pawns for things. They're the disgraceful ones who's ever using kids as pawns to get over here. I mean, that's just disgusting. Not only that, I'd like to point out another quick thing, whoever's watching, that it was Obama that caged, quote unquote. I don't really know if they were really caged. That was Obama when he was in office, and they all tried to blame Trump about caging kids, and it was Obama the whole entire time. These lefties are so manipulative, and they lie so much anymore. It's ridiculous. I cannot honestly support or have anything to do with anyone that says that Democrats nowadays, present day, are actually good for our country, because they're not. They're not good in any way. Not only that, another little pinpoint. If you actually do the research, there was more people that died under the involvement of Obama when he was in office that were immigrants than there has been with Trump. But they're so hate-fueled against Trump that they blame him for everything. That guy gets blamed for everything. So I'm just so disgusted with the left anymore, and they don't support Americans. This is obvious. We cannot afford to pay for illegal healthcare immigrants. We cannot afford it. We're barely affording our own, let alone paying for other people. We have people trying to get more votes by speaking Spanish. I don't have any idea what their goal is or what their hope is, because I don't speak Spanish. I speak English. I'm an American. And then we have loony nutcases like Alexander Cortez who keep lying about what's actually happening at the border. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I just love the fact how it was actual Hispanic pastors who toured the facilities, and they pointed out Alexander's lies. I think that is hilarious and good for the pastors. They know what's right and they would know what's wrong. Sad that Alexander Cortez is trying to go against Trump and trying to help the Democrats by going in and lying about a bunch of garbage. I mean, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more, just let me know. You guys take care.